Hello and welcome to your November and December 2017 energy update. November, and even for some people October, has been trigger season. You may have found that people around you were able to trigger you, really activate and press those buttons. Also, many of us are looking past over the past 2 months and saying, wow, so much has happened. How did I get from there to here? It wasn't an A to B straight line. Quite the contrary, actually. It seemed to go from A to Z very, very fast and very, very quickly. And that's just the collapsing of the old timelines and the adjustment period that we're all experiencing at the moment. So if you didn't feel there was a lot of triggers going on in the past few weeks, they may be about to surprise you. I was going to say surprise and delight you. It will delight the soul aspect of you. You'll be seeing things from a soul perspective. But it might be tough on the human part of you. And that's okay. So many people around me, people I'm working with, are complaining of feeling extremely emotional, a sense of sadness about their old ways, their old patterns, their old lives, connections, relationships, friendships. Many, many old patterns are dissolving and dissipating now. The triggers will relate specifically to your story, your specific story of suffering. The angels keep counseling me on repeating this message. The 3D story of suffering is obsolete. It just simply doesn't fit where we are right now in this new Gaia experience. Your fifth dimensional bodies are a different template to suffering. So there's no space for suffering here. That's not to say life will not be challenging. I got a lovely text message from a client, friend, saying she heard my voice very clearly as she spilled her coffee, saying life will continue to be challenging because that's what life does. And I thought, yeah, that message was boomeranged back to me to remind me, because I got the message at a time when life was being challenging, and that's okay. Challenges will always be part of this physical time-space reality. Because that's what we came here to do, to expand, to grow, to learn. That's okay. It's about how you react, how you respond. Responsibility, respond to the challenges, to the stretches, the soul stretching that's going on at the moment. And there's been a lot of soul stretching throughout October and November. That's going to ease. We have the 11/11 portal coming up. be ready, be prepared. This portal is bringing in fresh new frequencies, a new energetic template. We've been upgrading a lot with the DNA. It's been a lot of downloading throughout since the eclipses in August, right the way through. And everything kind of slowed down energetically in the last few months, the last 3 months. But you're going to find now, once the 11th of the 11th comes and goes, there will be a speeding up. Those manifestations that have been on the back burner will be coming into being much more easily. Energy is moving now. Things are in motion. And as a dynamic being, I love when things are in motion. I love that fast-paced, vibrational music all around me in my environment, in my life. I'm a dancer. I like to move with those vibrations, move with those waves. Meditation is of vital importance, especially on the 11th of the 11th. Make sure you start your day with a really good, thorough meditation. Start this new wave from the 11th portal gate opening as you mean to go on. Tie up your loose ends, make those changes now. You're advised to keep the 11th of the 11th a day for connection. Whatever that means for you. Connection will mean different things to different people. For some people, that's going to be connecting with their loved ones, their environment, nature. For other people, that will be connection with the higher self, creating solitude, sacred space. So when I say the word connection, feel the resonance of that, and whatever springs to mind, create that on the 11th of the 11th. Any expressions of the suffering story that has been cleansed out now, let it play out as we lead up to the 11th. Just let this 9-year cycle, since 2008 to now, there has been a particular energetic cycle in play. Let that timeline collapse. Just let it all fall. Let it fall into place. Because that's what's happening. So if that means if you need to cry, if you need to shout, if you need to get angry, if you need to get something off your chest, if you need to dip into a lower vibration, to have a row with someone, or just feel sad for a while, get depressed, roll around in it, do whatever you need to do. From the 9th onwards, just clear up the old stories, because you can't take that with you. On this 11/11 portal, gateway opening, you do not want to bring that old suffering structure any further. Know what you want, be clear. Be in that frequency and move forward with your actions from there. Many of you are going to have to really dig deep and put yourself first. And you're going to find there'll be someone in your vicinity, someone maybe close to you, who kicks up a fuss about that. It's just part of the chaotic energies that are playing out now and fizzling out, coming to an end, as I said, as we go into mid-November. December, things really start to move, and January is going to be much faster, much more speed and light energy flowing in. The DNA changes are beginning to settle, so suddenly the physical bodies The aura is freed up again. Ooh, birds. Lovely symbol of fast, free-flowing energy there from the birdies. Yeah, you're going to feel that in December. Things are going to warm up as well. There's been a very cooler, colder energies from October, November. Many people just feel really like they've been spinning around the place and wrung out and have the stuffing kicked out of them in October and for some early November. Just move with the changes now, and just, it's a time of dropping, just releasing your grasp. Don't grasp onto anything, don't hold on to anything. You'll find that the things that suddenly spawn in a new direction, just go with the flow. A big theme of the end of November and December is allowing what is, working with the currents, with the frequencies, with the new vibrations. Any old struggle, suffering, pushing against activities, patterns, frequencies, if you continue to drag them and carry them on your weary back, you will expand that suffering, because everything that's going to be focused on, especially in December, is going to dramatically expand. That's why the angels are saying, be sure to start off as you mean to go on, especially with 2018. It's a whole different theme, a whole different vibrational frequency to 2017. 2017 was the starter kit. 2018 is where things start to really get going. We find our legs, we're learning to walk in these new fifth dimensional bodies. And it's when things get much more fun and much more interesting. And we will start to feel that already once December kicks in. So yeah, the struggle, drop it, just drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like a hot cake. Struggle, surrender, suffering, manipulating, pushing, forcing. Just think of all the energy that will be freed up when you drop it. Just drop that shit. Back to basics. That's what November is all about. Getting back to basics. Getting comfortable. Finding your warm spot. Settling in there, meditating. And connection. Happy November, happy December. Blessed be.